Morning. Today I'm out here with the Malcolm, Nebraska Fire and Rescue Squad, and we're going to burn that house down right out there. This is a controlled burn. The person doesn't want the house. They're building a new one somewhere over there. And so we're going to time-lapse it, take a couple extra pictures and photos with some other cameras, and share it with you. Hope you enjoy. So here we have the inside of the house, and you can see that they've packed some pallets in here just to help get things started. We got some hose ran. People will be coming in, I guess, to do a little practice training. So it's quite the deal. Lots of people come out from different towns. Some to watch, some to help. A couple different trucks from other towns. They're going to burn this pile here as well. So right now they're just having their safety briefing, talking about who's going in, talking about the stairs and what's going to be inside there. I believe they've started the fire. I can definitely smell something. So while the house is getting lit up, I thought I'd kind of explain what I've picked up so far. So a pumping truck came and dumped water in there. Didn't take very long at all, 1 or 2 minutes maybe to fill that up. And then the pumping truck has a hose in there, and that's the one that has the hose on the other side leading into the house. And that's providing all the pressure to pump that water out at high speed. So that's about a 2,000 gallon tank there, and they're right now just running a constant trickle of water out of that. This is crucial to fighting fires in rural areas because there's no hydrants, obviously. And so he said normally they'll just be dumping the water in there as the tanker goes and gets more, and they'll just be running a relay of tankers. Meanwhile, that pumper then is hooked into it and can pump out several different hoses. Right now they have this little hose hooked up, which is a hand hose, and it's small enough that a normal person can handle it, as compared to a bigger hose that I'll show you in a moment that requires either a really big boy or it can be split into multiple hand hoses. And then it is pumping the water through the green hose, which they're currently using there, and it looks like they have a couple other hoses tied into it. Here you can see where the feeder hose gets split into two handheld hoses that we were talking about earlier. Right there you can see the flames for the first time in the top window. So there's a doorman controlling who goes in, and they're all partnered up, new people with old people, and they're each taking turns going upstairs and using the hose and probably just dampening it, seeing what the conditions are like. So we have smoke coming out. Quite a lot more smoke spilling out, so that upper window that was still intact must have been holding in a lot of smoke on the ceiling. I heard them say they weren't going to let it get out of control, so they're probably going for a slow smolder. Jump! You're on back up. See the white guy, I think it's back. It's right at the top of the stairs, yeah. The tank guy up there. You want it? Go ahead,
Hey, I'm Mark Stevens with Garland Fire Department, and this is our medium duty rescue. We have a generator on here. It also runs our 6,000 pound PSI air compressor that we can use to refill all the air tanks. We have our jaws on this truck. It has a light tower that'll go 30 feet in the air to light up the fire scene around us. Refrigerator, pretty much everything on here that we use for extra equipment. That again is all used. This is all what we use for our rope rescue equipment. It's all inside of these compartments. Over here, this is where our jaws of life are. We have an electric run compressor and also a gas powered compressor. All of our tools are on 100-foot reels. So we just grab them, pull them out, and go.
And those are pneumatic?
They use the hydraulic.
Oh, hydraulic, okay. Is it still just the three pieces? The jaws, the spreader?
The jaws, the cutter, and the rams. Yeah. This is the compressor that is used to fill the tanks that we fill the small tanks on the firefighters' backs. Over here is a unit that checks the air as it goes in to make sure there's no impurities, that we're not pulling in like carbon monoxide or something.
Okay.
When we're filling them, it's all filtered to keep the oil and everything out of them because they're put in. This is a small electric powered jaws of life that we can grab to just take up and pop a door or something quick. In here, just a little bit of everything. We've got Stokes basket, short ladders, extra medical equipment. We have lights for like the helicopters when it comes in to light landing grounds for them. In this compartment, if you look on the back, you can see the tanks that we actually fill. These are the tanks we use to fill the air packs for the firefighters. That's a little bit of everything. Underneath, we have compartments on each side. Carries our airbags and that type of stuff to be able to lift vehicles or lift something heavy.
Cool.
So that's pretty much what it is. And we really like it. This truck we use quite a bit. So.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
You bet.
They're hydraulically ventilating the window. So they shoot the water out the window and it takes the smoke along with it. Alright, so I'm here with a bunch of camera-shy firemen, but I have my friend Jared next to me. So what is the beeping I keep hearing?
When a firefighter is wearing their air packs and they're inside and they're not moving enough, you're going to get a beeping noise after so many seconds. And once you stop moving for an extended period of time, an extended alarm will go off. And if we're in a real situation where a firefighter's down, you'll know that noise and you'll go in to retrieve them if necessary.
So this is that alarm. Oh my God, that's loud. All right. So if he jiggles that thing up there you go. You can tell how it's nice and quiet at first, just so that the people standing around can realize they need to move. But then it gets loud enough that you'll be able to find someone in a house, hopefully. And then I keep hearing like a bell. Sounds like ding, like a phone or something.
The bells are usually heard when you're turning off your air pack, but the bells will also go off if you are running out of air. It's the mechanical method of letting you know you're running out of air.
So that's the air valve that we were talking about. It's a mechanical bell. And either he had his valve open or was out of air. So when you arrive at a fire, how far along is it compared to this, usually when you guys get there?
Well, for us it depends when the fire was detected and called in and how close it is to quarters. We cover 60 square miles, so it can take anywhere between 5 to 6 minutes to get a rig to leave the station, and another 5 to 6 minutes to get on scene, and a couple minutes to get hoses pulled and deployed. So this could be we could be even further along than this sometimes.
All right, so what the chief just told me was they put everything out upstairs, they worked those, and then they came down and lit the kitchen area on fire. And so they're burning the downstairs stuff now. And he says it's a little different because there's linoleum and carpets and stuff like that. And so that is going to produce a different type of fire, more black smoke. And said the kitchen when they went in there was about 1400 degrees. One guy, apparently just the difference between like kneeling on your feet and kneeling straight up, it was enough to start to melt his visor. So that just tells you how hot it is in there and what these guys have to go into. So the purpose of what they've been doing is taking water and spraying it down on the ceiling and the walls in order to keep it down low, just as a training exercise.
Keep my back if I tell you to spray. Yep. Come on. Alright, so I'm telling him, you want to stay low, hit that door jam, side to side, drop it on the fire.
Ready?
Yep. Good. Good. Go ahead, dancing away, pull the back a little quicker. Okay. Do it on the side to side and bring it back.
Gotcha.
Pull the room quicker.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Right there. Nice.
Here you can see that mask that melted. Didn't melt just a little bit. He must have had it raised up and just knelt up just, you know, half a foot. And the heat difference between those two is enough to just kind of shrink wrap that plastic. Fortunately, the rest of the outfit can take more than that plastic shield, but that's pretty crazy how melted that is. That's hard plastic. So for a comparison, this is what a mask is supposed to look like. Is that just the heat breaking the glass? Yep. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera there. There you have white smoke coming out of there. And there's really black, acrid smoke coming out from over here. So I was kindly given a filter mask so that I should check it in. Because the smoke is getting pretty bad and I tried to go up and look in the door, see if there's anything I could get. But this thing actually, it works pretty good, assuming that I put it on right. This is for grass fires, apparently. Take it off and show it to you. So it's kind of got a little metal piece like a normal mask would. And then there's an air filter there, and some Velcro, and some ties. And if I put it on right, it did a pretty good job. They're gonna let it go now? So they're cooling it down outside. That was about 450. Yeah, this is the, obviously.
Hot enough that the stuff on the outside above the door here is starting to catch up. Fall down.
Yep.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, all right.
There it's coming over the top. Here it comes. Oops. It was coming.
So they're all done now. They added some more pallets and bags to it. I'm gonna let it burn down now. I'd be so coughing without the mask. So what is he doing with the water?
That's a great question. Sorry, I don't know that answer.
Just practicing, maybe? The reason they spray water right there, if you didn't catch that, was keep the shell, the outside cool, and let the turtle cook, and then just have it all fall in on itself. So we have to move the camera because it's getting way too hot. Whew. Just heat. It was fine. I just checked the camera about a minute ago, and just like that, it got way too hot for comfort. Someone was saying that these older houses take longer to burn because they're made out of, you know, old hardwood and stuff like that. And it still feels hot. I have to squint my eyes. It's amazing how much heat this is putting off.
Oh, there we go. Now we got a little something out.
So the heat right now is uncomfortable, to say the least. Feels like when you open a oven and stand, you know, right in front of it at 400 degrees. It's warm. I have to squint my eyes because my contacts are drying out really fast. I'm probably 40 yards away. So he has been monitoring that shed with a thermal camera, and there's been a hot spot right in the center of the screen there. Not sure what it is, so he keeps squirting with water. We looked inside to make sure it wasn't a light bulb or anything. It's just like one spot the size of a shoebox. So the roof isn't really just collapsing in, it's just slowly burning like a candle from the left to the right. There goes the roof. Man, keep backing up. That is a lot of heat. I'm this far away. I mean, it's just crazy how much is, you know, this is, oh, there goes that wall. I'm trying to be profound here and walls falling down. That upper wall area is trying to fall out the wrong way, so he's trying to give it a nudge to fall into the house. And it succeeded. down the trees. It wants to go. This thing is kind of shaky. So, I guess we're going to just let this house finish burning out. I'll leave you with a little bit more footage. I think someone may have left the oven on. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed seeing the fire stuff and how they kind of do this training with a house burn. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Put a lot of effort into it. 8 hours of filming and multiple cameras, so I hope you enjoyed it. Otherwise, please subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like this. And after you're all done with that, take a look at one of our other videos right over here. Thanks a lot for watching and enjoy this final bit of footage.